So they did it again. The Giants find another way to lose and blow a lead in the fourth quarter and lose their 8th game on the season, falling to 2-8. Brian Daboll's days have to be numbered. As at the time of this recording, it's now 47 a.m. the following day after the game, and I'm letting y'all know right now, man, I fully expect or I fully want Brian Daboll to be fired as of today. I don't see there being a way that he makes it through the season. I said this last year, but last year was a little different with the team potentially being with the number 1 overall pick. This year, I guess we're kind of up there as well, but at least we have our franchise quarterback. I just definitely think you got your guy at the quarterback position and you're still losing games. There's no way he makes it out. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. The Giants find themselves losing in embarrassing fashion once again, and this is what they've done all season. This is who they are. I don't know what else we need to see, what else needs to be on display. Is this team going to expect to turn things around? The playoffs are long gone. Those probably been gone for the past couple weeks. But as an organization, you have to look somewhat competent. You have to appear like you care about what's being displayed on the football field. And what's being displayed right now is a lackadaisical team that doesn't play with grit, doesn't play with fire. The quarterback is the only player out there right now that shows like he cares. You can make the argument about the defensive players. We know Brian Burns is playing at an elite level, maybe a couple other defensive players. But right now, we just look like a bunch of losers. I'm just being honest. We do. Our quarterback was balling yesterday before he got concussed and left the game. But even with the 10-point lead in the fourth quarter, we should have known that it was not going to be safe. That the Giants were not going to hold on to that game because we have losers that are coaching these losers. We got defensive coordinators that want to sag off, rush 3 defensive linemen attempting to get Caleb Williams. They carve us up in the fourth quarter every time. I think it should be a sign. Where is the learning that goes on in this place? I tweeted during the game, what do the Giants work on during the week? Because every game is the same story. It's the same story. There's only been a couple of games this season that the Giants have been outclassed from the beginning to the end. Other than that, it feels like the Giants always had a chance to at least be in the game. But especially in the fourth quarter, when you need things to tighten up, I don't know if the Giants are getting gassed. I don't know what it is. But this defense can't stop anyone. Nobody. Mac Jones was dang near perfect against the Giants. But especially in the fourth quarter, if you look at the fourth quarter stats, the Giants' defense is hilariously bad. A defense that's supposed to have the top defensive line in the league. And the whole defense is just shambles. Literally shambles. I can go through every single player and every single, kind of play call that we can go through. Obviously, we can look back and just question a lot of things. Spying Abdul Carter, in my opinion, is a waste. It's a waste of his potential, a waste of his talent to put him to spy Caleb Williams instead of getting after Caleb Williams. And the Giants' defensive front, don't get me wrong, they didn't do their part this game. They definitely did not play their part. No sacks on Caleb Williams. You saw a numerous amount of occasions where maybe a defender had his arm on him, had both arms on him, and could not bring Caleb Williams to the ground. That's unacceptable. No matter what you got in the back end. Because that means the defensive front was getting after it. They just could not secure the quarterback. But we spy Abdul Carter, and that still puts him out of the play. It takes him out of the play completely. Deonte Banks can't guard anybody. And I mean anybody. The team had 10 penalties. I felt like Deonte Banks had 5 of them. I could look back and make sure if that was true, but it feels like Deonte Banks had at least half of the penalties that we saw yesterday. It's a sad case that we're seeing, but it's all a reflection of what has happened in the last year, 2 years, 3 years. This roster was built by this GM. This team is coached by this coach for the last 4 years. He had one good season in the first year, but they still kept their foot off the gas pedal. I didn't talk about the trade deadline too much, but when you think about what they did the first season, where they didn't hit panic and try to trade for someone even though they were 6-2 at the trade deadline, and think about where this team is now, was this team ever having a good roster? We made the argument before the season started, man, that this is the most talented roster they have, but the record repeats itself as the same last couple years. It's insane. It's insane. But fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, man. Why did I expect any different? Now, before the game, once again, vibes were not good in Giants land to begin with, but the one thing that we knew is that we're going to be watching Jackson Dart week in and week out because that's going to be our franchise quarterback. That is our franchise quarterback. I'm letting y'all know right now. I said that Jackson Dart was going to have a career day yesterday, and he was on pace to. He didn't play the whole fourth quarter. He was on pace to. Unfortunately, he got concussed, and without Jackson Dart at the helm, this team isn't even watchable. This team is not even watchable. You can't even enjoy it. Russell Wilson, the guy that they brought in to start the season. And I'll be honest, man, I expected more out of Russell Wilson. It was till I saw what he looks like on my team that I realized, oh, this ain't it. But somehow, some way, Brian Daboll still wants to stick to his guns, put him at QB2, and run an inoperable offense. He came into the game, and other than a Devin Singletary breaking off a 40-yard, reception, that offense couldn't do anything. And surely as anything else, the defense can't stop anybody. Caleb Williams goes into the end zone. They take the lead, and the Giants don't even get a single yard on that last drive. Single yard. It's inexcusable, man. My opinion, once again, as of 9:54 a.m., Brian Daboll is still currently the Giants head coach. I hope by the end of today he is not. I know the odds are not likely. There's only been one coach that's been fired in the last 40 years midseason for the New York Giants, and that was Ben McAdoo. That was after benching Eli Manning, bringing in Geno Smith, ending his streak, still losing the game. But when you look at it for this season, I think it's right up there with it. Last year, the owner comes out and says that he expects results. Well, guess what? The team is 2-8, the same thing you've seen for the last 3 to 4 years. And surely as anything else, the Giants will be on Hard Knocks being made fun of once again. Fire Daboll, fire Shane. Tonight I will be going live with my guy TP with the Giant for the Big Blue crossover. So if you want to hear more about this rant, if you want to hear more about what happened in yesterday's game and ultimately what the outlook should be moving forward, because once again, if Jackson Dart is not playing next week, I'm going to be honest, man, it's going to be hard to watch that game. Who's going to want to watch the Giants play the Packers without Jackson Dart? Who's going to really want that? Hopefully he rests up, gets healthy. I don't think we should rush it at all. At the end of the day, he is concussed, and you don't want to mess with anything when it comes to, obviously, your head. But overall, I hope Jackson Dart recovers well and we're able to see him play, because if not, hey, Jameis Winston come in and make something happen. Jackson Dart creates with his legs. Jameis Winston will not be able to, but we'll see, man. Tune in tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Watch the Big Blue crossover, me and TP with the Giant. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.